Hi, my name is Steve Clifford, and today we're going to talk about scout rifles again. But I got to tell you, if you're looking at this and you're not part of the scout rifle community, this conversation might not make a whole lot of sense to you. So bear that in mind as you're watching this. This is really directed at the scout rifle community. I have been a fan and a proponent of the scout rifle concept. I have taken a number of scout rifle classes. If you watch my YouTube channel, you know that almost all of it deals with the scout rifle concept. But I've got to tell you, I'm looking at some things now and realizing we might need to be looking at some other things. So this is a scout rifle. I've had this out today. This is the first time I've had it out in a while. And I got to tell you, I love this thing. It is handy. It's light. It is just an absolute joy to carry. And going out in the woods with it is just, it's cool. It's fun because it is so light and handy and versatile. But the versatility is limited. So when Jeff Cooper came up with this whole concept, the idea was that long range shooting, anything beyond about maximum point blank range, really wasn't anything that had been contemplated. Yeah, they'd go out to 300-400 yards. You can do some holdovers at those ranges, but with the scopes that they had, most of them got set up at maximum point blank range. Maximum point blank range means without any adjustments and without any holdovers, the bullet would never go more than 3 inches above the line of sight and 3 inches below the line of sight. Well, if you sight in a rifle like that, most of them are going to have a maximum point blank range of about 250 yards. Give or take, depends on caliber and a few other things, but let's just say 250 yards. The scout rifle excels inside of that. You can do a rifle bounce drill, and if you haven't done rifle bounce, look it up. You can do it in under 20 seconds. The rifle 10 drill, which is just absolutely grueling, in under 2 minutes. You can do snapshots at 10 yards with this thing. It's quick, it's handy, it's just fantastic for all of that. It is a great tool for that job. And if that's your definition of general purpose, this is still very, very relevant. However, in the last 10 years or so, there have been some really dramatic changes in the firearms industry. All of the energy right now in the industry is towards this long-range shooting. Long-range shooting is a specialty. It used to be a really big specialty, but now they have been doing so much with this, it's caused me to look at it and say, wait, is there something that we can learn from these guys? What are they doing? And is there anything that they're doing that I can do to make this platform more versatile? Can I expand my definition of what general purpose means? And I think we can. The firearms industry really is looking at the training and the competition. Training pushes competition, competition pushes training. And right now, all of the energy is in this long-range competition shooting and long-range training. And they have developed optics, they have developed techniques, they have developed the electronics, the rangefinders, everything else to enable anybody really to be able to engage targets out well past 1,000 yards. That was unheard of a few years ago. So what can we do? What can we do to this platform to allow us to get some of those benefits? How far can we stretch this platform without losing the benefits? We still want to be able to do those snapshots and the close-in work and the handiness in the woods. We still want to be able to do all of that, but let's look and see how far we can push this. This is what I've come up with so far. This is my modified Steyr Scout. I shortened the barrel, added a suppressor. I've put a 3 to 10 power scope on this. This is a Night Force, but there's others out there. I've run into some problems and I'll work through those and report back eventually. But with this rifle, it's a little heavy. It's a little over 9 pounds with the bipod and the suppressor. Take the bipod off and I'm right around 8 pounds. That's not bad. That's still pretty handy. and I'm working on a lighter weight option for this. So this is what I've got now, and with this, with a 3 to 10 power scope, if I dial this down to 3 power, I can still do the snapshots with this. I can still do all of the close-in stuff that I like doing with the Scout rifle. I also took this rifle to a long-range match. I wasn't able to hit a 1,000-yard target, but I hit the 900 several times, and I hit several others at 700-800 yards with a Scout rifle. So I need to take a class, and that's next on my agenda. That's the next thing up, is to actually take a class with this and see if it really is able to do that long-range stuff reliably enough and predictably enough without sacrificing too much more in terms of weight and bulk, and I still want it to be a nice, handy rifle. I think it can be done. What do you call it? I've had some people say, well, Scout Sniper. It's a Scout rifle and you're doing sniper stuff. That's a bad idea. I was never in the Marine Corps. I am not a Scout Sniper, and that is a title that people have earned, and I have not earned it. So we're not calling this a Scout Sniper concept, okay? There is a training group down in southwestern Virginia, Bang Steel. They came up with a very similar concept. They're looking at, under 9 pounds, something very, very similar to this setup. They call it a Machaira. I like the term Makira. Makira is a Greek word from biblical times for a short sword. And that particular short sword was used for everything from defensive purposes to sacrificing animals, and general purpose use for a blade. Well, this is general purpose use in a rifle. It still allows me to do all the fun stuff of a Scout rifle. Not quite as quick, not quite as handy as a genuine Scout, but still pretty good. And it's still pretty good at longer ranges. Not the best. A 15, 18-pound rifle with a higher magnification scope and front focal plane would do better. But this is pretty decent, and that is really what Jeff Cooper was looking at when he developed the Scout rifle concept. It wouldn't be the best at anything. This is not the best at anything, but it's pretty decent at just about everything, including some things that the Scout rifle just can't do. So, it's a work in progress. I wanted to give you an update. When I get finished working through some things, I'll give a longer discussion about everything that I did to set this up and some of the reasons behind it. But for now, still working on it. Plan on taking a class from the guys at Bang Steel and go from there and let you know how it works out. I'm Steve Clifford. Please like this video and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel.